Okay, we might as well get the meeting underway. This is the Public Works Committee meeting of September 9th, 2020. We currently have in attendance myself, Mr. Callahan, Mr. Mankins, Mr. McDonough. I don't see Mr. Frederickson or Mr. Fisher yet, but we have a quorum, so.
Mr. Fisher is present.
Oh, sorry about that, Mr. Fisher. Okay. All right, so Sean is not here yet, but we'll get underway. Number one, communication number 2020-139. Brendan McDonough, Commissioner, District 8, requesting Council of Commissioners to consider that a speed study be conducted by the Montana Department of Transportation on Highway 2 from the 9 Mile to Pipestone Pass. With the upcoming recreational season approaching, I ask that a study and decision be made in a timely manner to address the safety concerns for the spring and summer seasons. At our last meeting, we held this in abeyance until we would get input from the folks that requested this. Commissioner McDonough, would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I sent an email last week to Ms. Eglund, who was my contact when I put the communication forth, and I haven't had a reply back yet. So I'm going to send out another follow-up email with the parties. I have 2 names on an email. So until I hear back, we're specifically asking from, start point to end point. I think that they're concerned with safety and probably just a reduction in speed, but I don't have that information back. So I'll reach out to my contact. It was Jenny Hagland, who I was.
Okay, are you? I think we lost your first, second, Commissioner McDonough.
Looks like. Okay, you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay, so I'll follow back up with Ms. Eglund again. I didn't have a reply back from last week's email, so as soon as I make contact with them and find out the specific start and end points, and if it's just simply a reduction in speed or other safety issues, but I don't have the specifics in front of me. And now that we're into the fall season, it's probably not at the top of everyone's priority list, but I'll follow up and hopefully we can resolve it for next season. That's where we're at.
Okay, thank you. We also have Director.
Mr. Chairman, if I could.
Yep.
It might be wise to just add to the end of that where it says made in a timely manner to address the safety concerns for the spring and summer of 2021. It seems to be more appropriate than it would be for.
Okay. All right, I'll add that to our comments there. Director Neary, do you have anything that you need to add to that, or I think you kind of know, but you're still on mute. You were gone.
To add, once Brent gets the information to us, we can contact NDT and see what we have to do or what we can do.
Okay. All righty. Any other further discussion? Anybody? Okay. We'll if not, we'll hold that in abeyance until the next meeting. Okay. Number one this is the second item. Petition number 2020-01. Patrick Reardon, Land System Administrator, requesting Council of Commissioners authorize a petition to close and vacate a platted public alleyway has been filed with the Land Systems Division of the Planning Department as provided for within ordinance number 362. We had the hearing on that at the last meeting. And so I think at this point, I don't know that there's any further discussion, or do we just send it back to the council for approval? Commissioner McDonough.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We redid the public hearing last night.
What's that?
We redid the public hearing last night because last week it wasn't streamed as
Okay.
well. That so Patrick or Mr. Reardon did it again last night. So we had a public hearing with no comments in either direction. So I think we just have to wait for next week's regular meeting.
What was that last part, Brendan? You have to wait for.
I think we could just resolve this next week at the regular meeting.
Okay, so we can refer it back to the regular meeting.
I think we can just hold.
Excuse me if I could, maybe I'll just note and file this.
Note and place on file?
I believe that's a possibility, being we had the public hearing last night, and Mr. Patrick Reardon went through everything. In the public hearing, there was no opposition or no proponents. So I think at this time, it is out of the hands of the Public Works Committee. But I'm not certain how that works. We've already referred it to the full council, and we had the public hearing last night. So I don't know whether we've got to have the resolution or whether that comes to us or the full council.
Okay. I would think that probably what we would want to do is, as a committee, is at least concur and place on file. Say that we agree with the petition, since having no opponents or proponents.
I would do that. I would make a motion that we concur and place on file communication 2020-01, if that is appropriate.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. So the motion was made by Mr. Fisher and seconded by Mr. McDonough. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Okay, passed unanimously. Any further items that we need to talk about? We don't have anything on the agenda, so we probably can't, but anyway, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it, and we're adjourned for tonight. Thanks, everybody. See you at the next meeting.
Chairman Olson, thank you, committee members. See you in the near future.
Okay.